the problem of United States right now is the following. In the next 3 years, United States will have to roll over an amount of debt of $9 trillion in a context of the BRICS where the demand in buying the bonds is very low. How they're going to do that, I have absolutely no idea. If Donald Trump is lowering the debt, who is going to buy? And therefore, the debt wouldn't be so attractive. And this will bring what we call a debt spiral, because they will have to raise debt, in fact, to reimburse the debt. And there will be no services for the debt. So I don't know how he is going to be able to do that, but in regard of the policy that he's adopting, this is not going to fly very far. We know, for example, that different countries are abandoning the dollar that were supposed to be friends of USA. Example, Japan. Japan is selling, in fact, the dollar debt, and they are buying the debt of China, which is kind of surprising. We know also, and this is the slide number 17, that China is clearing the debt within the Belt and Road Initiative with a very particular mechanism. They are emitting bonds in dollar. They are using those dollars, in fact, to give them to the countries that are participating to the Belt and Road Initiative. And instead of being reimbursed with dollar, they are asking reimbursement with commodities, meaning natural resources. So basically, the countries that are receiving those dollars, they are shifting back the dollars, in fact, to the IFM, and the IFM is reimbursing the federal debt. So basically, there is a circle that is washing, in fact, the debt for those countries and avoiding them, in fact, to pay interest. But the big winner in this story, this is China. So my conclusion is the following, last slide. In 2025, we are going to face a perfect storm. We don't know if Donald Trump is going to manage to lower the interest rate because the Fed does not want to do it. We don't know if he's going to be able to shrink the interest of the debt in the way that he will avoid the debt spiral. And we don't know if he's going to be able to avoid a major crash on the stock market that will be drowning the United States into a phase of recession or depression. So the next 3 to 6 months are going to be extremely dangerous. And this is going to backfire on us because don't forget one thing. European Union possesses $7.6 trillion in US debt. If America is defaulting on their debt, it means that we are going to default in Europe. This is where we are at.
Well, Thierry, if I can have some notice here, it seems to that bankruptcy of United States government or state is available. It's not possible to avoid it because with or without tariffs, things went wrong already for years. US government was spending much more than it can collect, and in the meantime, they had somebody who wants to buy their debts, but things are changing now. Trump wants to avoid bankruptcy with this trade, as you explained. We'll see what will happen. It's very complicated. Now it's not easy for even special economists to make conclusions so fast. But let's see what kind of impact this can have on European Union economy.
Well, in any scenario that he can lower the interest rate or keep it the way it is, the result will be in increasing the money printing by quantity easing, because the demand of buying the debts of America has been shrinking to a point that become extremely dangerous. And if this is happening, and if they are injecting massively the way they have been doing it in 2008, it will introduce a massive inflation for American people because you are going to lower the capacity of the dollar to purchase goods from elsewhere. And if on top of it, you are putting tariffs, this is like putting oil on the fire. So those policies that he is trying to put together are antinomic and does not make any sense. It seems to me that he's navigating on one side one day and on the other side the day after. Is it a way for him, in fact, to position himself to better negotiate with other countries? I am not in the mind of Donald Trump, but in regard of the analysis I've been able, in fact, to put together, I am just wondering how he is going to solve, in fact, two horses that are running ahead of each other, you know?